Hi, everybody. My name is Karen Batty. I'm either your director or your upline director with the Pampered Chef. Welcome. It is Wednesday, somewhere near the end of April, whatever that last Wednesday is. I think it's the 28th, 29th, 29th. We talked about that before, and I still couldn't remember. So hard to keep track of the days these days. Anyway, I wanted to say congratulations on becoming a Pampered Chef consultant. You are the CEO of your new small business. So way to go. And I got to tell you guys, now is a great time to be with Pampered Chef. Our team is actually poised to have our biggest month ever in 24 years. Bigger than last November when the economy was strong and people were shopping for the holidays. Didn't see this coming, but it's been amazing. But then when I thought about it, it makes sense. People are stuck at home, right? They're very often telecommuting, trying to manage homeschooling, like many of you are probably doing right now. And now they need to get 3 meals a day on the table, right? And I couldn't imagine doing that if I didn't have the right tools. So while some people are unemployed, about 10 to 12% is our current unemployment rate, that means 88 to 90% of people are still employed. And many of them have extra money on hand. How many of you can't really recall the last time you put gas in your car? Show of hands. I can't remember. I think it was a week and a half ago. A lot of people, can you remember the last time you ate out? You went to a restaurant? I don't know, sometime in the beginning of March, probably, right? So people who are still employed have actually more money to spend than they have before. Many got a stimulus check from the government. They're not putting gas in their car. They're not going out to eat. They're not driving to their favorite coffee shop to get coffee, right? So they have this extra money. And how many of you have shopped online in the past week? Yeah, right? So people are shopping online, and what we are definitely finding is people are thinking about what they're spending their money on, and they are definitely spending it on Pampered Chef. So today is not so much a training as it is 2 other things. I want to cover, number 1, success habits, and number 2, where you're going to find a lot of the training and support materials that you're going to need. Okay? So let's start with the habits. All right. Do you guys see me large in the screen? Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure because I'm going to be doing a screen share in a little while. Just want to make sure. So let me ask you something. When is the last time you forgot to put on shoes before you left the house in the middle of winter? Has that ever happened? No. Have you ever walked outside of your house naked and thought, oh, forgot to get dressed again this morning? No, of course not. You do these things probably without even thinking because they are habits. Let's think about brushing your teeth. I'm guessing most of you do this pretty regularly, right? You brush your teeth on a regular basis. Do you think that brushing your teeth perfectly once or twice a month is more effective or less effective than brushing them imperfectly twice a day? What do you think? Yeah, you know the answer. It's better to just do it imperfectly twice a day than to do it perfectly once a month. Okay? Doing something with regularity, even though it might not be perfect, very often is going to get us way more of the results than doing something perfectly every so often. So one of the success habits is to work your business consistently. All right? And here's how I suggest doing it. If you look at and meet the people in our team, you'll notice something. We're all different ages, sizes, personalities. Some are good cooks, some are lousy cooks, some are great with technology, some are not. But we can all be successful. And behind the scenes, regardless of personality and personal strengths, there are a few things that all successful consultants tend to have in common. And that's what I'm going to share with you. Number 1 is set office hours. And here's the thing. These don't actually need to be hours because this is a pocket of time business. You might spend an hour 3 times a week. You might spend 15 minutes in the morning, set your timer and get up before your kids. Or you might wait for all your kids to go to sleep and spend 15 or 20 minutes in the evening. Little pockets of time are all that this business takes, but you're going to want to schedule them. And what works for many consultants is schedule them sort of 1 week at a time. On Sunday, you might look at your week ahead and pick out your pockets of time. If you have little ones and 1 or 2 of those pockets of times might just go poof because someone didn't sleep at the right time or when you thought, you might want to have an extra couple of pockets of time scheduled in there just in case one of them disintegrates. And then you can just kind of take it 1 week at a time. So you're not trying to, think about what your life is going to be like 2-3 weeks from now. Here's another thing that is super important. As you are reaching out to line up shows or working with your hosts or reaching out about the business, when you get a response that isn't yes right off the bat, send me a screenshot. You are going to hear some hesitations. People, 1 out of 6 to 8 people that you reach out to about having a party will likely host. But if you send me a screenshot with hesitations, I can share words that I would say. And this is a unique time because of the COVID virus that we've got going on. But what I found is the same number of people will book, but the hesitations are a little different now. Before the COVID, people said, I'm so busy, I don't have time. Nobody's saying that anymore. Nobody's busy anymore. They're all stuck at home. They don't have kids going to after school activities and all this kind of stuff. They're not going to weddings and cookouts and first communions and all that kind of stuff that very often is happening this time of year. But they have other hesitations. You're brand new. So don't feel like, oh, I should know what to say. Send me a screenshot. I'll tell you what I would say. If you like it, you can copy and paste. If you don't, you can change it up to make it sound more like you. Or you can say, I would never say that to this person. And you can just delete it. And guess what? I'll never know. It's your business. You're the CEO. All right. Next, set SMART goals. SMART is what's that word? Anachronism? I don't know. Anyway, the letters stand for stuff. S stands for specific. Make your goals specific. Don't say, gosh, I hope I line up a few parties. How many do you want to line up? What kind? Most of us are doing virtual. That's all you're going to do. The M stands for measurable. Gosh, I'd love to sell some products this month. How much? Do you want to reach $2,500 in sales so you get the free cookware? That's in your Fast Track rewards. Okay. The A stands for achievable. You might say, I want to sell 100,000. And I'll say, you can do it, but probably not in your first month. Okay, so look at your first month and set that goal, and then set a longer term goal that we can work toward. R is realistic. Okay, it has to be realistic in your life right now. And T is time sensitive. Don't say, I'd love to book 3 parties. When? Well, whenever I can. Say, well, in the next 3 days, I want to book 3 new parties for May, or whatever your goal is. Okay. And your goals can be based on the income that you want to earn, the products that you might want to earn as you are doing your kickoff party and you're the host, as well as the consultant, and the Fast Track rewards. And I'll show you a way to find those. Oh, another thing, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but send me screenshots. Okay, send me screenshots. Okay. All right. So the next one, we've got set office hours, set SMART goals, plug into the training that's available for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. We've got Dash and we've got units in Avengers that I'm going to show you. And the next thing, keep in touch with your recruiter, your director. That's me. I'm not your boss, but I am here to help you achieve the goals you set for your business. If you haven't done so already, contact me to set up a 20-minute phone call once a week. And PM me as much as you want. The phone number that you see from me, I'm old school. It's a landline. Don't text it. I'll never get it. And I want to tell you, if you are not fighting the urge to say, oh, Karen, I'm so sorry to bug you again, then you're probably not messaging me enough. Okay. You are new. I always say that just beware the first month of your business, you're going to feel like you're drinking out of a water hose. Don't worry. No one's life is in your hands just because you're giving Pampered Chef a try. If it takes them an extra day to get their food chopper, they'll be fine. Don't worry. And you will too. Just message me. I have Facebook open all the time, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm on it. So just know that you'll probably hear back from me, within a few hours, 24 hours at the absolute most, but most times way stronger than that. I expect to hear from you guys a lot. You're new. If you were working in an office, you'd have someone right beside you every step of the way. When I was a nurse for 2 weeks, I was never alone at the patient's bedside. I always had someone with me. Okay. And that's to learn how to be a nurse. So that's a big deal. Expect the same thing. All right. So just message me and send me screenshots. All right. Then the last thing that I'm going to share with you today, as far as success habits, embrace the learning curve. And if you can, have fun with it. I have yet to do a perfect party. Some of you have hosted with me. When I went live, did I forget a product? Did I forget an ingredient and have to go rustling through my cabinets during the party going, don't mind me, I'm just looking for the chicken, or whatever? It happens all the time. It's totally fine. In fact, from what I hear from my customers, that's the stuff they like the most because that's what happens to them in their kitchen. Okay? So don't feel like you have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect in their kitchens and it's not really relatable. So you make a mistake or whatever, when you're on your shows, you post something that isn't quite right or you go live and it's not quite right. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Again, nobody's life is in danger. Oh, and send me screenshots. Did I mention that? Screenshots, really helpful. Best way I know to help you guys and to, get my, all of my experience into your hands is in real time, send me what you're hearing from people. Okay. Whether it's bookings, whether it's a product question, whether it's the business, send me screenshots. All right. Any questions so far before I get into the screen shares and show you around Consultants Corner and our team group? Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a screen share here. Oh, where'd my thing go? Let me move this out of the way and close that. There we go. Okay. So I need you guys to tell me, can you see Consultants Corner? Give me thumbs up if you can. All right, awesome. Okay, so I signed in on Consultants Corner. So this is what I see when I sign in. You will see something similar. One of the first places and most frequent places you are going to go is Dash. Your Dash is not going to look like my Dash because Dash is based on where you are on your training. How come this isn't opening? There we go. I think my computer needs a little coffee. Okay, so when you sign in here, obviously I've been a consultant for a lot longer, so I have different points, different tasks that come up than you will have. But guys, you just sign into this and start. Each little learning segment is anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes long, and you take this at your pace whenever you want. If you're excited and it's 2 o'clock in the morning and your kids are asleep and you want to hop in here and do some training, you go right ahead and do that. And it's going to let you determine the pace and the direction of your training. Once you finish one thing, it'll ask you, what do you want to look at next? And you can click on what you want to look at next. But I also want to show you that at the top up here, there's a search engine. So let's pretend you go, what was that fast track rewards thing that Karen was talking about? You can do a search for it. And everything related to it is going to come up. Okay. So here's the fast track rewards PDF. can open that up. Poof, there it is. It tells you fast track director rewards there. But I want to know the ones for the products. Welcome and overview. Oh man, this thing is so slow today. Okay, so this is a section that's going to show you what you can earn in your first 90 days of business. And guys, you actually all get an extra 30 days because of this COVID thing. Pampered Chef said, let's give everybody a little extra time. That means you all have 120 days to scoop up free products and cash. The different levels, once you submit your first 500, you earn some products. 1250, you earn even more. 2500 and 5000. You've got 120 days, 4 months to do this. And when you hit 5000, you're going to get a free knife block set. And for every new consultant that you invite into the business in your first 120 days, when they hit 1250 in sales, which most people do in just a couple parties, you're going to get a $100 cash bonus. And there's no limit to the amount of cash that you can earn. And I'm here to help you with that. I want to help you earn as much cash as you can. So you can do a lookup for that. Okay. And then there's a way to you just click to get right back into Consultant's Corner. Now in Dash, it's going to take you through a lot of the basics, and it'll have links to different parts of the website. Like it's going to show you how to set up your direct deposit and your what's called a POA. So OPA. Your OPA is like a debit card that is only used between your computer or phone and Pampered Chef. It's for your Pampered Chef transactions. It is free. There are no fees associated with this. For the first 2 months of your business, you can use any your credit or debit card when you're submitting a show, though we're doing virtual parties and people just hop online and order. So there really shouldn't be anything. It's not like you're at a show and someone hands you cash, like in-home parties. So you really there won't be a lot of cash transactions, but maybe you add a door prize to a show and you add a season's best to someone's order and there's $2 that needs to be covered. In the beginning, you can use any debit or credit card to cover that cost at the time that you submit the party. After the first 2 months, you must have the OPA in order to submit the parties. So there's a link that takes you right where to set that up. Okay, so and don't wait till you've been in business 2 months and then all of a sudden you can't submit a party because you don't have an OPA. So it's going to take you through step by step. So just follow the breadcrumbs that Dash gives you. Okay, good. All right, awesome. Okay, so here's Consultant's Corner. There is a lot of stuff here. I want to show you just a few things that you are going to be using a lot right off the bat. The first thing is my parties and orders. So when you click on here, this is where it's going to be blank in the beginning till you add some parties. Okay, I got a whole slew of them in here. You want to create a party, you just click here. And by the way, in this little group chat, I have like a 5-minute video that walks you through how to create a party. You can watch that over and over and over again until you get used to it. Okay, it's going to walk you through exactly how to do that. All your parties will stay here, and I will just tell you, if you start setting up a party and you've created it, but you want to come back and maybe edit the pictures or edit the wording, that's fine. You can come back to it at any time. If you shared the link and make changes to it, anytime that someone clicks on that link, they're going to get the most recent changes. Okay, so that's parties and orders. Another thing you're going to be using a lot is marketing imagery. So when you come in on a laptop, you're going to see all of these tasks or options on the left. If you're checking in on a phone, you're going to press the 3 dots that's on the top right, and that's going to give you this same link or these same options. Okay, so that's how you find them. So we're going to go to marketing imagery now. This is where I get almost every image that's product related from Pampered Chef. Though it is really good to, as soon as you get your kit and you start using products, take a few pictures that are in your home. Maybe if you've got kids, take some pictures with your kids in it. I made a video the other day and my cat was meowing and I just switched the camera right to my cat and people are just watching him meow. And I'm saving it because, you know, those are the things that, again, people really like and connect with. And it makes us feel not like a salesperson, but a person that they can relate to. So if you're using your products in your kitchen, take pictures. They don't have to be perfect. If you can incorporate family members into it, go for it. If you have kids, it's a gold mine. Incorporate them. People love cute kids. All right. But here are some things they give to us. So you can come in here at any time and just kind of, you know, click and see what's in here. But one of the things you're probably going to check in the most is right here, plan a party. So I'm going to click right on here. And now here are all the things that are here for us. Okay. So let's say party setup, cover images. So here's all the things that they've already created for us that we can use as background pictures for our parties when we set them up in Facebook groups. You know how there's a photo in the backdrop. So all you do is download this and pop it right in there. You can create your own, but I never do. The only time I do is when someone has a fundraiser that's specific to their cause, like a school or something like that. I might have them send me a photo that I upload for the backdrop. Otherwise, I use what they give us, guys. Don't reinvent the wheel. There's 3 pages of cover photos that you could choose from here. Oops, I keep having to move these pictures so I can hit my back arrow. Okay, so back to marketing imagery, back to plan a party. Okay, so then they have kickoff posts, they have games and engagement to get your guests involved. They have booking posts, recruiting posts, the guest specials, all of that. Okay, so it's all right here. Thank you posts, wrap up posts, it's all right here. If you want to customize the party, here are new products, different party themes, fajitas and margaritas. I just did one of those yesterday. If you want to do, you know, a different meal a day, you can organize it that way. Power tools. Okay, so even if you don't own all the power tools, you can find posts and videos here that you can share. Okay, all right here for you. Guys, a couple of years ago, none of this existed. When we did virtual parties, we had to just come up with stuff. It's all right here for you guys. Just take advantage of it. Like I said, you can personalize it with your own text and a few pictures of your own. Okay, so that's marketing imagery. Then the other thing I'm going to show you is my account. Okay, so on here, this is where you're going to see stuff that has to do with your business. All right. If you want to shop for your business, you can shop here, shop for supplies, stuff like that. We get new products when they come out. We get them offered at half price. Okay, but not on a show. It's when you're shopping for your business. Also, you might need extra catalogs, although these days I haven't handed out a catalog in forever. People are shopping online on a link. But here's where you're going to find all those options. You can buy door prizes here if you want. All right, here's a pop quiz, and I know you guys are new, but if you know the answer to this, you are definitely a rock star. Tell me what every consultant in the company gets to earn besides income based on their May sales. Anybody know? Lynn does, because she's been in business a while. Okay, Lynn, tell them.
Our sales in May?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I was going with April, sorry.
What do we earn in Nope, what do we earn in May?
What do we earn in May? I don't know.
Free fall products. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Free for all. That's right.
Yeah. So
who said that?
Who said that?
That was me.
Oh, yeah, rock star. Okay. So every month there are specials for us. They're in here someplace. I usually post them in our team group. So in addition to your commission, every single month, we have the opportunity to earn something for free. So guys, when I tell you, you do not need to spend any money Other than that, other than what comes in your kit or what the kit costs, I really mean it. If you are patient enough, okay? So, and so you'll want to check that out. It's in here someplace. How come I can't find it? This is driving me crazy. Anyway, all right. Financial information. You don't need to worry about this right away, but one of the best benefits of being a consultant is the stuff that we get to write off. So here's the income and expense report. So you can click on that and you can add your expenses. So like once a month, you can come in here and just throw all your receipts into an envelope. Things like when you drive to the post office and you mail something, mail a catalog to someone, that's tax deductible. So is the mileage to and from the post office. When you go live and you make a recipe, guess what? The ingredients are tax deductible. So is the travel to and from the grocery store, okay? Now, I am not a professional tax preparer. We all live all across the country in different areas. So your, what you can deduct might be different than what I can. You know, talk to a tax preparer and find out. Very often a portion of your internet, a portion of maybe the cost of your phone or your laptop can be deductible. I write off the full amount. Every time I buy a new laptop, I write it off as a business expense. So all you do is click add an expense and then type it in, you know, category, they're all right here. Okay, so if it's office, if it's promotional, if it's, you know, whatever, you can just click in there and type it in, and it's going to save it for the year. You can also edit categories. Okay, so you can add a category of your own. When my kids lived at home, they were my office assistants. So I added a category called office assistant. And every time I paid my kids to stamp catalogs or they're helping you with a demo, you know, you can pay them $25. You can pay them $5 and put it in a college account they don't even know exists. You can pay your kids up to about $600 a year, and there's no tax implications as far as they don't have to claim it or anything like that. So you can add that category if you want. That's the edit category. Again, I don't expect you guys to remember everything. It's like drinking out of a fire hose in the beginning. I just want you to know this exists. And for now, for the next month or so, until you get some shows under your belt and until some things become automatic, just know that somewhere on Consultants Corner this exists, and you can ask me about it later on down the road when you're ready. You can say, tell me about that thing again, and I will help you with it when the time comes. Okay. So parties and orders, you're going to be on there a lot. You're going to be under marketing imagery a lot, and you're going to be in Dash a lot. One last thing I want to mention about the website, when you check in, you'll see Dash. Right next to it, you're going to see your sales. So my submitted, this is 12,604. So that's what I've submitted. That's what I'm making commission on this month. When you are going after incentives, this is the number you're looking at. Now, if you've got a show you haven't submitted yet, your unsubmitted sales are going to be listed here. Those are also, these are commissionable sales. We make commission off of everything that customers buy. We do not make commission off of a host 60% off, half off, or free products. We also don't make commission off of when someone has a party and their friend books from them. At that party, they get what's called a future party pick. That means when a host has a show and they get 3 bookings from it, at every single party that's booked from theirs, they get a half price item. Although that half price item counts toward the benefits for that host, it counts toward their host sales, we don't make commission off of it. Now you might be thinking, how am I going to memorize all that? Good news, you don't have to, because it's going to be listed right up here. These are your commissionable sales. So when you are tracking your sales for a month, for your income or for an incentive that you're going after, like the free fall products or the fast track rewards, this is the number that you're going to be tracking, okay? And again, this is not going to be the last time you hear this, because we're probably going to be talking once a week for about 15, 20 minutes, and I'm here to remind you of that, okay? But that's the number you're looking at. All right. So before we leave Consultants Corner, any questions about this? There's a lot more here, but this is the main stuff that you need right away when you're new. No questions? If you come up with something and you need information, I want you to look for 5 minutes. If you can't find it in 5 minutes, I want you to message me because I don't want you to waste an hour looking for something. All right. So you look for 5 minutes, and every time you look here, you're going to get more and more familiar with it. Keep in
Karen,
mind.
how do we get to the consultant corner? Because like I'm on your page and I'm logged in, but I don't see how to get to the consultant's corner yet.
Oh, okay. So great question. Thank you. Mine just automatically goes to consultant corner. I have it signed up that way. So when you sign into pamperchef.com, it's going to have you sign in with your email and whatever password. Now, it's going to recognize your email as an email of a consultant. So make sure you're signing in with that email and not of, a spouse or something like that.
Wait.
At the top right, see where it says Karen Batty up here?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is where you're going to do the drop down and you can see Consultant's Corner. Okay. So you're just going to switch the view to Consultant's Corner. So it's, whoops, what did I just do?
I don't see where that is.
You don't have a hello April or April at the top, April Hastings?
It says April, and then it says registry, wish list, sign out, shopping, find a show, my shows, and right underneath that is you.
Let me log out. Okay, now it's automatically signing me in because I have it set up that way. Oh, it automatically goes to that. Well, let me go to pamperchef.com. Okay, so now is this what you see? Something like this? Registry, wish list. So I'm
yes.
Gonna put the cursor on my name, and now I'm going to click Consultant's Corner.
There it is. Okay.
It's only easy when you know where to find it.
Okay, yay, I found it.
Guys,
okay, I'm going to mute out.
Yeah, be forgiving your first month or so in business. Just know everything's going to take you 3 times as long in the beginning, but don't judge your business by the first 30 days. And seriously, I expect lots and lots and lots of questions, and no question is a stupid question. There's nothing that's terribly difficult about this business. It's all learnable, but it's only obvious or easy when you know how to do it. And any question that you ask me, it's not like I'm going to have to stop everything I'm doing and think about it and look it up. I'm just going to be like, I'll grab my phone and make a voice clip and say, do this, this, and this, and you should find it. Give me a thumbs up when you do. It's not going to interrupt my day. I have no children at home. I'm used to being interrupted when my 3 kids were here. Me, I got no interruption, and I'm an extrovert. I'm home alone right now, and I'm going out of my mind. So I'm happy to hear from you guys, really. All right. Okay, so that's Consultant's Corner, and I'm going to close that out. Close this out. Oh gosh, I got all kinds of things open here. And now we're going to go to Facebook. Oh, I got all these things open. All right, here we go. Now we're on Facebook, and some of you have found the Kitchen Avengers. That is our personal team. So I'm going to click on that right now. This is what happens. And text boxes move. So this is what happens to me all day long, and I'm old. So if I start like, where'd she go? Just know that like 4 things just popped up in my view, and I'm a squirrel, and I'm probably talking to somebody else. Okay, so Kitchen Avengers, this is our personal team group, all right? Our Facebook groups for our team, they're not a place to vent. They're positive places to get information, to share ideas, to find out about team training, to connect with each other, cheer each other on, and all that kind of good stuff. They're also not places to sell stuff like your kids' Girl Scout cookies, all right? If you have friends on the team that you think might want Girl Scout cookies, personally message them, all right? Now, you can come in here and you can just kind of scroll through like this. And by the way, yes, you're allowed and encouraged to post things here. If you make a new recipe and you're excited about it, post it. If you get an email from the home office because you just achieved something, post it. We want to cheer everybody on, so go for it. Yeah, anything that you think, oh, if you find a cool recipe, be like, oh, we should all be doing this in our air fryers, post it here. We want that. But you see that on the side here, it says units. So I'm going to click on units. And so here are a bunch of units that I've created over time that you can come to when you want to, you know, focus on something that maybe you want a little more detail about than is covered on Dash. Now, these units were created before Dash was created. So some of this stuff you don't need because it's going to be covered on Dash. But you can, after you go through Dash, if you want a little more information about things, this is a really cool place to come. There's one thing here that is business office tips, okay? And so look in here, how to set up a Facebook group. Okay, so if you don't know how to do that, you can click here for a quick little video that's going to show you how to do that. How to set up a party on Consultants Corner. CC stands for the Consultants Corner. How to set up a party. There you go. I recently did a customer appreciation event / new product unveiling. If you want to know how to do that, you can watch it here. Want to learn more about fundraisers? Click here. Want to build your business beyond family and friends? Click here. Some of you already know about the Strong Start call. If you haven't seen it yet, click here. Okay, so so you can come in here and you just kind of can scroll through, and it'll give you maybe some specifics that aren't covered on Dash, or get into a little more specifics than you learn on Dash. But like I said, these were created before Dash. So my suggestion is go to Dash first and then come here for a little more, you know, enhancement or elaboration. If you don't know where to find something, again, 5 minutes. I want you to look for 5 minutes, and then I don't want you to waste any more time. I want you to message me. 9 times out of 10, I can answer your question off the top of my head, but I won't. What I will do is tell you how to find it, because I'm here to teach you how to fish, not to fish for you, okay? And the more you get into these things, like, and don't feel like, oh God, I know she told me this before. Yep, I know. When I was new, I had to hear things 3, 4, 5 times before I absorbed them. And most people have to ask me the same things over and over. It's normal. It's not bad. It's expected. There's a lot of little details, and you can't possibly remember them all the first time. Think of a baby that's learning how to walk. Do they just stand up and walk across the room one day? No. Do they stumble a little bit? Do they fall? Yes. And do you sit there and say, I can't believe they fell. They should never walk. No, not at all. Because babies that are learning how to walk have to find their sense of balance. It's impossible for them to just get up and walk across the room perfectly. So, and babies don't put themselves down. And think about what you do when you're watching a baby walk. You're like, you got this, go for it. And if they fall, you go, that's okay. And you pick them back up. And that's what I'm here to do for you. I'm cheering you on. I am not expecting perfection. Every day, I'm going to see you walking further and further. And one of these days, you're going to be strutting across the room, and there's going to be no one cheering louder for you than this person right here, and probably Lynn too. Okay? All right. Talked about that. Oh, if we are not already friends on Facebook, send me a friend request. That way, when you message me, I'll see it. If we're not friends on Facebook, it goes into some, I don't know, other pocket somewhere in cyberspace, and I'll never see it. So send me a friend request. And if we don't already have a scheduled time to talk, you know, send me a message and say, I'd love to schedule a time to talk. And since my schedule is pretty open and many of you have kids and other jobs, send me 3 or 4 different pockets of time that work for you. And chances are good I can make it work on my end. So training is out there. Coaching is one-on-one with me. That's where I help you, you know, where the rubber meets the road. So you get all these trainings and Dash and units. And then when we talk, it's like, okay, so what are your goals? Okay, what is your life like? Okay, what are your strengths? What are the things that you're struggling with? And then I will help you to say, okay, so here's what I think is a really good focus for you for this week. Or here's what I would suggest. And I'm not going to dictate what you do, but based on your goals and where you are in life, I can help you with, okay, this would be a great place to start. All right. All right. So with that, I'm going to stop the screen share. Let me move this up here. Where's the little thing that, here it is. Stop screen share. There we go. All right. I'm going to put us on a little speaker view so I can see y'all. All right. So that's just sort of a walk around the neighborhood. All right. Like I said, this is just our first little training here, but we are going to probably be like peanut butter and jelly for the first month or two while you're getting used to everything. Any questions, comments? No? Okay. Who's excited about something? I'd love for you each just to introduce yourself if you're comfortable, because you guys are newbies and it's really good for you guys to connect. Let's share one thing that you're excited about.
This is April.
Hey, April.
Hi. I'm excited about just trying out all these new products. I mean, I think I told you I was a consultant a while back. But it's been like 20 years, I think, like 15, something like that.
Way too young to have done this 20 years ago. I thought you were like my age.
Those are my grandkids, not my kids.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got some good genes, girl. Or you just way better curious than I do.
Well, you should see my 90-year-old grandmother. She looks amazing. So it's the genes. So I'm excited about all the new stuff and how much updating they've done. I had no idea that you guys had the like Instapot or pressure cooker, and I tried that the other night and I was blown away. Okay, honey. So super excited about that. Also excited about the kids stuff too, because I want to like kind of keep them busy with baking. So I'm excited about the product for sure. Okay, just give me a minute, please.
You could definitely bring the grandkids into
when you're doing your virtuals, make sure you have your kids in. People love that. They go,
oh, really?
Oh my gosh, my 8-year-old grandson is always coming in and scooting around the backside of me, and people love it. They love seeing that you're a real person with a real life, and the more you show of your realness, the more people are going to connect with you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
And it reminds me of the time, it was one of the first times. Hi. It was one of the first times I was using Zoom and I was recording it. I'm halfway through the training and there's people on it, so I can't start over. And my son, who was about 12 at the time, walks into the kitchen. I'm standing in the kitchen. He opens up the refrigerator door, which is right behind me, takes out the milk, puts it back like a typical teenager. I'm looking at him like, it's raining here, can you not see me? And people talked about it forever. And those are the things that people really connect with. So yeah.
Excuse me, Karen, I think you might still be recording.
I am. Oh, okay. I can stop the recording now. Yeah.